Hey, so this video will be for conversions using the formula method. First, we'll go through a problem with administering tablets according to a dose that's ordered, and then the second one will be a liquid medication, so being able to use a similar process but with a liquid, which is a little bit different, but similar process ultimately. So let's get started. Alright, so I've already put it on my tiny whiteboard, but we've got our conversion math, we've got the formula method to start us off. So this is marked out by d over h. You may have seen this before. D over h times q equals x. So the letters can make it complicated, but let's break it down. So d is our desired dose. What is in your order? Is it 50 milligrams? Is it 100 milligrams? Who knows? But we are going to want to know what our desired dose is to make sure that that's what the patient's getting. We're going to put that over h. That is what the dosage strength is available in. Does it only come in 100 grams? Does it come in 200 milligrams? We got to find out what the available dose is to be able to divide that from what we are desiring our patient to actually ingest. So Q is our quantity or volume or strength, whatever it is contained in, whatever it comes in. Is that one tablet? Is that 2 tablets? Who knows? We got to figure out what form it comes in. And then that is going to give us the volume or the quantity to be administered. That will make sure that that quantity will administer our desired dose. So let's practice a problem. I know that was kind of quick, but you can rewatch this if that's helpful. I believe a practice problem is always more helpful, so let's jump into that next. Okay, so we're going to put our practice problem to the test and put our formula, sneak everything in the formula. So the MD orders 50 milligrams of atorvastatin. The med comes in 100 milligram tabs. So how many tabs are we going to administer? So this one is very simple, very straightforward, so let's break it down. When we do the simple things, we can do the more complicated things. So we have our administered or our ordered dose. So that is our blue, that is 50 milligrams. That is what we want our patient to ingest. We only want 50 milligrams. So we're going to put that on top. This is our only option. It comes in 100 milligram tabs, so we're going to put that on the bottom. So this one tab right here is not explicitly said in our problem, right? But we have 100 milligrams in one tab. So it's kind of like if we had put 100 milligrams right here under one tab. In one tab and under it, there's 100 milligrams, kind of like a ratio. So we just sneak it right over here in our formula. It's doing the same thing. We're going to be dividing by it either way. So 50 milligrams divided by 100 milligrams is going to give us our answer because we're just multiplying by 1. But don't forget this. If it's a 2 or a 3, sometimes it's different and sometimes you can forget about it. But don't forget about this guy. So we'll still pretend like we're multiplying it by 1. Always type it in the calculator. Even if you already know what this is, even if you're crossing out zeros, always type it in the calculator just to confirm that you're not going crazy. So 50 divided by 100 leaves us with 0.5, 0.5, and that is going to be the amount of tablets that we give. At the end of every single problem, I want you to ask yourself, is this logical? Does it make sense that someone's getting a half of a tab? Sure, absolutely. Now, does it make sense for someone to be getting 3,000 tablets? No, we're going to be readdressing that. Does it make sense for someone to get 1/6 of a tablet? No, how are you possibly going to do that? Most tablets are scored, so you can cut those in half. So this makes sense, but you can't cut it into 1/6 or 1/18, something wild like that. So always ask yourself if it's illogical. And then you have successfully completed a very straightforward problem, and we'll take it to a liquid medication next. Alright, so practice problem number 2. MD orders 15 milligrams of liquid. We already know that's going to be blue. It's the amount that we want to enter the patient. So this liquid medication A comes in 5 milligrams over 2 milliliters. So in each 2 milliliters of this fluid, there's going to be 5 milligrams of medication. So this is where it gets a little bit tricky because in liquid medication, there's kind of a 2-part here. So we know that we want to put our milligrams right over each other. They're going to cancel out because we know that the answer to our question is going to be in milliliters because that's what we're administering. We're administering liquid. So we know that we need to find a liquid measurement at the end. So we're going to line up our milligrams. Our 15 is how much we want to enter the patient, and our 5 is how much is available to us. Our 5 in 2 milliliters. So we're going to multiply that by 2 milliliters. That's why this number becomes really important, because if we forget about it, it changes it completely. So now we're going to enter into our calculator, even if it's so easy. Our 15 divided by 5, we're going to cancel this guy out. These milligrams cancel out. 15 divided by 5 is 3, and we're left with 3 in this position over here. 3 times 2 gives us 6, and what is our unit of measurement? Milliliters. So we're going to be administering 6 milliliters of this medication. Go back to the question, ask yourself, is 6 milliliters reasonable? Sure, that is 3 times this, that means 3 times this, and that means that would equal 15. That gets me what I want. So kind of doing the problem backwards is a great way to check it while you're on your way out of the question. So 6 milliliters is what we're administering here.